Victor Freeze, and welcome back to another relationship time. Hit my Catherine music. So today we're gonna get started on. See, these two topics are near and dear to me. All right, they're near and dear to me. Pride and patience. All right, two things that you must have if you want to get into something serious. You know what I'm saying? If you want to still do your thing, you don't really need patience if you're just doing your thing. But like, if you want to get into a serious relationship, you know, there's one thing that could kill it so fast. Pride. And now there's nothing wrong with having pride. Pride is actually a very good thing to have, right? Problem is when you have too much of it at the wrong time. So you can have a lot of pride and that's fine, but you gotta know when to be prideful about something and when to just fall back. Now, you may be like, yo, Victor Freeze, aren't you one of the people that used to say, if it's between being happy or being right, then you want to be right? Well, that's true. I did say those things. But that's why you learn. That's why you grow as a person. Because I was stupid to say. All right? Pride has cost me, I don't know how many, just peaceful days and peaceful nights. You know what I'm saying? Too many to count, really. Because I wanted to be, I just wanted to be right for the sake of like, oh, I know, like, of course I know this, like, I know better, like no shit. But like, that's not the thing is, that's not the point, you know? The point is not being right all the time. The point is not having it your way all the time. The point is like seeing it through another perspective. It's okay to see things through another perspective, you know? Like, that's the whole thing. It's okay to see things from another perspective, from another angle, from another view. You only do it from your view, then of course you're going to be blind to certain things. You know? That's the whole thing about it. Like, too much pride, it looks like this. Like, let's just say it's some basic. It's something basic. Like, hey, I learned, like, you're washing dishes, your significant other comes to you, hey, maybe you can wash dishes this way. What the fuck? Like, I always wash dishes this way. Yo, Shadow Plays, what's good? You know what I'm saying? We in the middle of relationship time right now. Come on, sit down with us. We're talking about pride and patience. You know what I'm saying? Now, people will come and tell me that there's one thing a saying always keeps. And I do understand. I do understand that. There's one thing a saying always keeps, and I feel you. But like, sometimes us as guys, we have too much pride at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? We always want to be right on some shit. And it doesn't matter how bad we look in those situations, at least we were right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have the problem of, when I was in a relationship, I would want to be right. You know? That's all I wanted. It's like, oh, I noticed that you fucked up here, and now you're trying to convince me that you're right. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to let you know that I'm right. And, my grandma had an interesting point on that. So when I talked to her about that, she was like, okay, you know what? You were right. You were right all along. You knew all about that. You were totally right. Now, where did that get you? And I had to kind of think about it for a second. I was like, where did that get me? You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not saying being right is wrong. I'm saying, like, sometimes you gotta look past the being right and wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that I had to learn. Like, this doesn't come easy. I'm a prideful person. I grew up with my dad, and my dad taught me that one of the only things that you have in this life is your pride. You don't let a woman talk to you any type of way. You don't let a woman talk down to you in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's your way or the highway. Pretty much is what he would say to us. Like, it's like your way or the highway. Like, a girl's supposed to be this and this to you, like supposed to be submissive to you, and that's what it is. She talking back to you. What the fuck is that? What you even doing with her for? She talking back. See, that kind of fucked me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that ain't their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be open to other avenues. You know? You could definitely be open to other avenues and other things. You just gotta be open. You gotta let yourself be open to it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a thing where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you feel like, man, like, I don't want to talk it down to me just because I didn't know this thing. That's how it used to be. I understand. But sometimes, like, our pride gets in the way. It gets in the way of fun shit. Because I was in a relationship for a long time, right? And one thing that would always get me and her was that we were both prideful. We were both very, 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 very prideful. You know? And like, and where did that pride get us? It would get us into arguments, get us into yelling at each other, because we both wanted to be right instead of wanting to be happy. And that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to be right. And that led to her wanting to be right. You know? And then it's like, none of us are right. We're both wrong because now we're both pissed. And like now none of us are having a fun time. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're just stuck in this, like, now we're just stuck in this loop of like wanting to be right and none of us are happy. You know? We both wanted to be right. Now no one is happy anymore. You know? And it's like, all right, so what was the purpose of that then? If none of us are happy, right? If none of us are, if now we're like, man, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you, well then, what was the fucking point? You know? Like then what were we doing all of this for? Now if we're both in bad moods because of an argument that probably didn't even mean that much to us in the first place. Like, I think men and women suffer with this. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. It's okay. It is totally fine to be just wrong. Because you get to learn. You get to grow from that. If you think you're fucking right all the time, well then, you know, you're not gonna grow. Then your relationship's not gonna grow. And now she with your best friend. Like, damn. How did that happen? Well, it's because you didn't grow. And also because you didn't follow, you know, I mean, actually, does girls have a girl code? That's a time for another day. But that's a topic for another day, I must say. But for today, it's like, listen, you don't always have to be right. The thing about it is, because at least for me, I'm high energy. So like when I used to feel like I was right, I used to go at it. Because it's like, I'm right, you're wrong. But the thing is to learn, not to be, you know what I'm saying? The thing is to learn. Like, that's the pertinent issue. It's like, okay, maybe our significant other is thinking a little differently in this moment. Instead of being like, no, I'm right, fuck what you talking about, why don't we talk about it? You know? Why don't we talk it out? Instead of just being like, you're instantly wrong, you know? Because if they're instantly wrong, then they're never gonna want to speak up to you anymore. Because they always figure that you're gonna say that they're wrong and they're stupid, you know? So you gotta come at it, we gotta come at it with finesse, guys and girls. Because girls, y'all can do that too. A guy may have an idea or something and y'all say that's fucking stupid. And then y'all wonder why your guy doesn't open up to you. It's because of that. You know? It's because they opened up to you once You said that they were fucking stupid for what they was talking about or what they were thinking, and now they're never gonna open up to you again, and now you wonder why they don't talk to you. You know, it all coincides. Like, it all coincides. Because I can guarantee, like, yeah, I can guarantee you'll be fucking pissed if your significant other didn't open up to you and you didn't know why, and then they told you, oh, it's because you always thought my ideas were stupid. Or like, you always said that I was stupid for thinking that, or that I was wrong for thinking that way. And that just leads to all kinds of other things. Like, yeah, like, you don't, like, yeah, sometimes it's like, okay, I understand, right? Like, sometimes I understand, like, emotions can get in the way, tempers flare up. I get it. I totally get it. But also, like, sometimes you gotta understand on both sides. It's not just one person. It's not just all on us men. It's not just all on the woman or anything like that. Sometimes you just gotta let that pride shit go, man. Like, sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. Let that shit rock. Like, you don't understand how much happier you'll be if you just let certain things just ride. You know? Like, yeah, like you would be so surprised how just happy you'll be if you just let some shit just go. If you just let it go. Because, like, sometimes you gotta see, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And if it's worth it to you, then go for it. But see, the problem is that I thought everything was worth it, which it isn't. Like everything isn't worth it, boss. Like, I understand that we want to scrap and we want to keep our you know what I'm saying, keep everything cool, but like, everything isn't worth it. Sometimes let that shit ride. And now this brings me to my topic of patience. And of course, you need to have patience inside of a relationship, right? We understand that. But what about patience when you're trying to get into a relationship? Because, so my thing is, I've seen a lot of my friends, right? I'm not gonna say no names. Me, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen a lot of people be like, man, like, okay, like, you know, maybe I talked to her a little bit and whoop-de-wop, and I talked to her a little bit, and, you know, she don't seem like she's like totally, and I always tell them, is because sometimes you need patience. Sometimes you need to ask yourself, does she really know you like that? Yeah, you know her. You think you know her like that. But does he or she know you like that? You know what I'm saying? It's not always going to be a, oh yeah, like, you know, I'll get to know you and then 2 weeks later, oh, I'm in love. No, man. Like, that's not how it goes. Sometimes how it goes is, it takes a while to get that love and respect for you. You know? Sometimes it takes a while before, you know, they fall in love. Because sometimes it takes a while for them to even like you like that. Sometimes you're like, hey, I like you. You know, I like you. I like you a lot. Been liking you for a minute. Maybe I want to get to know you better. Oh, okay. They don't even know who the fuck you are, but now they trying to figure you out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Lovino Fel Vargas, what's good, boss? We just in the middle of relationship time. Glad you could come through. It's like, that's the main thing, is like, you gotta have patience after the shot is shot sometimes. Cause some people just think, okay, you shoot your shot, that's it. Now y'all having kids and shit. No, you shoot your shot, and then they gotta see if they want to reciprocate that shot. You know, they gotta see if they want to be with you, cause you want to be with them. You ain't even think about the silly fact that they might not want to be with you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. It's a push and a pull. It's a yin and a yang. Like, if she vibing with you, then you'll know that, right? If she not vibing with you, then you'll know that. But give it time. Give it time, because you never know if she's just, he or she or them or they just, you know, they just seeing, they feeling you out. You ain't even thinking that they was feeling you out. I didn't start liking my boyfriend until we went out with a mutual friend. I kind of thought he was meh, then we started to vibe. Exactly. Sometimes sometimes they think you rowdy and all of this, and then they hang out with you and they're like, hold up. Like, he kind of cool. Like, he kind of cool. Like, or like, hold up, okay, like, I like what I'm seeing from him. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. That's all. I'm not saying wait all your life. I'm not saying wait for 2, you know what I'm saying? Wait for 2-3 years, because I'm 26 now. I would probably tell you back when I was younger, hey, take as much time as you want to wait for her and do all this. Listen, I'm 26 now. Like, sometimes I understand what it is, all right? You vibing on her, and if you catch that vibe that she's not really feeling you like that, you may catch it down the road. And I do understand that. But don't be that type of guy that, like, you shoot your shot and they're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, like, let's give it a minute and let's see what's going on. And then you're like, man, this girl don't even know what she, you know, she don't even know what she want like that. No, man. It's the patience. And patience is hard, because I'm not a patient person. You know, most humans aren't patient people. You know? Most humans are like, listen, it's my money and I need it now, which I get. You know what I'm saying? I've worked with enough people to know that people are impatient. You know, I've worked in call centers too long to know that people are not patient. But if it's something that you really like, I mean, we do need money now. Hey, that's factual. Love you, no fuckers. That's factual. That's fact. Hey, I can use a couple bills myself messing around. But like, my whole thing is, if it's someone that you really like, you like give it that time, because if she's feeling you out, or he's feeling you out, or they are feeling you out, let them feel you out. Like, feel it out, you know? Because if you try to jump into it, leap into it, try to press the issue, you're trying to force a relationship, they're gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, whoa, what we doing? Don't try to force it. And by force it means different things to different people, by the way. So to me, forcing it is you hitting her up every, you triple texting, quadruple texting every day. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be like, yo, so when we hanging out, when we doing this, yo, you know, like, whoa, boss. You know what I'm saying? That's pushing it. Like, to me, not pushing it, like, just, like, there's a difference between, yeah, like, push it to the point is scary. Like, nah. Like, yeah, like, you got, hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can hang out sometime. Or this and this, or, like, hey, like, I really thought you, like, when you were streaming, you looked really good. This and this. And maybe sometimes you hit the double text, because I am a double texter, which is, I know some people think is weird. I do feel it. You know what I'm saying? But I like to double text sometimes, but I never triple text. And after that double text, if you don't text back, then I know the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing also. Sometimes you just gotta know the vibe. If the vibe ain't you, well, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? You move on to, you go to your future endeavors. But like, don't try to push the vibe onto the poor girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Don't try to push the vibe onto the poor girl. What you do is you try to get to know her. You try to, you know, keep yourself out there. You keep yourself in the mix, right? You text her personally. But like, yo, she may have pepper spray. You try to push the vibe. Oh no, not the pepper spray. No, miss, I was just trying to holler at you. I'm sorry. Hey, if she get the pepper spray out, hey, you know you fucked up somewhere. But yeah, patience. Patience. Because sometimes, right? It'll be that one time where you just like, maybe she's thinking about it. See, there's different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different people for different situations. So like, if I know me, I'm a fast texter, right? I know some people have to think about it. You know? Some people have to think about what they're gonna say, while others can just text fast. You gotta understand, you just told this girl that you have always liked her and you want to be with her and all this shit. You don't even know her life situation yet. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what she do for a living. Side note, for a while I had a small thing of pepper spray on my keychain. One of my guy friends asked me to spray them so we could experience. No! What the? No! I'm good on that. I am good on that. No. I'm about to say, nah, fam. Put the pepper spray away. But yeah, like, you just told this girl or this guy that you liking them, you vibing with them, right? You don't even know if they got their life together yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just need sometimes you don't even know if they living by themselves, if they living with their parents, or they living with somebody else. Maybe they got a roommate. You don't even know that shit. This could be a big thing for them, you know? Yeah, and now, see, I'm just about to get to that, Vargas. So with patience, sometimes you will ultimately get rejected. And I will tell everybody this. Do not lead people on, all right? Do not lead them on. If you're not vibing with that person, or if you don't like them like that, just say that. Like, now I do understand some, like, the counterpoint is, oh, but you know, there's some guys that like kill girls for like, you know, just saying I don't like. I do understand that. All I'm speaking on is what I know. So I've never known a person that's gotten rejected and then ended up in jail because they murked that girl. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can speak on. So for all I can speak on, if you're not vibing with that person, then it's fine. It's totally okay to not vibe with a person. That's totally fine. But just let it be known. Let it be known, hey, you know, we're better off as friends. That's it. Just say, I think we're better as friends. Well, okay. Well, that's it then. So now you know. Now if they push further after that, then, you know what I'm saying, you get the pepper spray out and it's time to rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, you know what I'm saying, if you're a guy, you just ghost her, you know what I'm saying, delete her on all your social media, you let it rock like that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like, you know, you don't even know what the life situation is. What if she can't date right now because she don't even love herself? What if you can't date right now because you don't even love yourself? I tried to tell a guy that I didn't like him like that in high school. He still tried to monopolize my time and did get hostile when I tried to distance myself. Hey, at that point, you know what I'm saying, put hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm joking. At that, like, that's kind of wild. I do it like, there is instances like that in life too. Like, that sucks. Like, that sucks. Can't really speak on that. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. I never had that happen to me. Well, you know, I never had that situation happen to me. But I know that situations like that happen, and that's fucked up. I can clearly say. But yeah, I know. I guess I can't speak for all guys. I'll say the people I know, if just let them down. Just let them down. You know what I'm saying? Just let them down. You ain't even gotta let them down. You ain't even gotta let me down gently, to be honest. You can just be like, hey, I don't like you. Okay. Like, all right, I'm good. I'm out. You know, you ain't even gotta be gentle with the situation. You hung around with the good kinds of men. Hey, every person that I hang out with is solid, dog. Or else they not with me, you know? So, that's my whole thing. It's like patience comes with rejection sometimes. You gotta be patient, and you gotta think of every outcome. One of the outcomes can be your wildest dreams. One of the outcomes could be that she was just waiting on you to ask her certain things. She was just waiting on you to ask her to on a date, or ask for a number, or ask to watch some anime with her. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, hey, anime, hey, that's a good deal breaker. You know, I mean, that's not a deal breaker. That's a good, you know, icebreaker too. Hey, let's watch some anime together. Ooh. But anyway, maybe she was just waiting on you to ask her that. You know? Or she was like, she could be like, oh, you know, you're a good friend. You're a good friend. But, you know, I don't like you like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be a part where maybe she needs time. Maybe she needs time. Maybe he needs time. Maybe they need time to think about this big emotional fucking bombshell you just dropped on them that, hey, you want to be in a relationship. Relationships ain't easy. Like, that's what niggas don't understand. Relationships ain't easy. They are difficult. This is hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just wake up one day and it's like, hey, relationship. No. Relationship is a ever-growing, problem-solving thing. It could be the most awesome, most fucking lovable thing ever, or it could be one of your worst nightmares ever if you aren't prepared and you don't know the importance of how much a relationship is. Now, I will readily admit, when I was younger, relationship to me means, oh, I just have some free sex in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have anytime I want it, man, look, that's not what a relationship is. Like, I learned very quickly that's not what that shit is, right? A relationship is you growing with your significant other. It's you forever growing. Forever growing. And just like with you growing while you were old, when you were getting older, there's growing pains. Just like you had to learn shit when you were younger, your relationship, think of your relationship as a kid. It has to learn. Your relationship takes on a mind of its own. It has to learn. And there's growing pains. There's definitely growing pains. Now, of course, there's some things that, you know, can't be, like, if somebody does some things that you just totally uncomfortable with, you let them know, and then if it persists and you keep it pushing, I do understand. But if it's something like that, y'all just didn't, I didn't think it could be this, well, you have to be patient. Not everything's gonna happen at once. Be patient. And once you're patient, then the answer may reveal itself rather than trying to rush and force an answer. The answer is going to be revealed to you eventually. Whether the person that you're crushing on says it or not, their actions are going to show you if your answer, their actions are going to show you your answer. If they vibe with you like that, they're going to hit you up. They're going to keep talking to you. They're going to be in things that they're going to want to know about your life. You know why? Because they fucking like you. At least in some way. Or at least they're learning to like you. They're learning to vibe with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't fuck with you like that, even if they don't say it, you know that they don't fuck with you like that. Like, you know it. No matter how many mental gymnastics that dudes pull, they know. They know when a girl's not vibing with them. No matter how many mental gymnastics are played, guys know. So just stay patient. If you really like this person, you'll wait a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand it from the other person's point of view. Step into their shoes. If someone asked you that maybe you didn't look at it in that way, hey, I really liked you for all this time and this, would you take a little time to be like, oh, okay, well, all right, thank you for telling me this. Maybe give me a second so that I can fully process. You know, think about it like that. And if you have a little patience, if you swallow that pride a little bit, maybe you'll get exactly what you're looking for. It's Victor fucking Freeze, and I'll see y'all next time.